ACC kickoff, Charlotte and Mike Elko, Duke head football coach, is hanging out with us here on day 2. Congrats on the contract extension.
Yeah, appreciate that. That's a great sign for our program.
Yeah, but that's after 1 year. Like this is about Duke and commitment and I guess what you see in this program, right?
Yeah, I think, we asked a lot of questions about Duke's commitment to football before I took the job, and that was something that we wanted to make sure was in line. And, obviously it means a lot to me that Vince and Nina doubled down on that commitment based off the year that we had. And so I think it's a great thing for our program. I think it's a great thing, obviously, for my family to have the job security. And so we're just excited about what we can build at Duke.
Look, man, travel hockey's not cheap. So I'm
You know.
You see me at the rink, and yeah, we have another year of that coming up. So I'm guessing that's like, look, guys, we're all over the equipment is not cheap. Actually, what's more expensive, hockey equipment or football equipment?
So I've never had to buy football equipment.
True,
So,
I guess it's always given to you.
Yeah,
that's
so,
true.
So
it's true.
to us, there's nothing more expensive in life than travel hockey. And so honestly, my son's not playing this year.
Okay.
So what we're thinking about doing is buying season tickets to the games.
Yeah, man.
With all the money we saved.
Absolutely. Yeah, actually, I think season tickets are cheaper than a couple of skates.
There's
But
no
anyway.
doubt.
Duke coach Mike Elko, second year. All right, you didn't get a chance to see the Clemson Tigers last year. You like opening with a challenge like that? Does that help get the players' attention and all those other good cliches that we hear?
Yeah, so this is what I would tell you in all honesty, right? Mike Elko, the head football coach, doesn't want it. Right? Mike
Does
Elko,
not.
the football coach, wants to play a whole bunch of 0-12 teams, and I want to be a 28-point favorite every week. Mike Elko, the CEO of Duke football, these are the games we want, right? The CEO says, these are the opportunities on national stages to get this type of game for our program. These are the things that we want if we want to continue to elevate and build our brand. And so, I wish we weren't playing the Clemson Tigers in the game, but, it is what it is. And so we got to rise up to the challenge.
That seems to be kind of the talking point around the Blue Devils this year. How do you follow up last year, which was a surprise for a lot of folks. Maybe not you, but a surprise for a lot of people watching the ACC. And the sentiment is you could be better this year, but your record might not reflect that because of the schedule. How do you kind of approach that?
Yeah,
that mindset?
I mean, we're approaching it the same way I approached last year, honestly. And this is going to sound like coach speak, but it's the reality. Like, we just have to become the best team we can become.
Okay.
Like, that's what we have to do. That's the only thing that we can control. And we can't be defined by results. Said the same thing last year. We were going to put our head down and work, and at the end of the year, pick our head up and see what happened. And we have to do the same thing this year. We know we're going to be a better team. We've got 17 returning starters. We're bigger, we're faster, we're stronger. We know the teams that we play had better records than the ones we played last year. Those are all just facts, but I don't know that necessarily defines what we're getting into. We got to go to work, and we got to make plays, and we got to see what happens.
Gotcha.
When you win 9 games and you overachieve by most standards, right? A lot of people tell you, that's really awesome. That was great. Then they start telling you, hey, man, this guy's really good. This guy's a good coach. This Riley Leonard, he's a good quarterback. Would you rather have last year where everyone's like, oh, man, Duke's going to finish DFL. They're not going to win any games.
Yeah.
Would you rather have that type of chip than having to fight the urge to tell your kids, don't listen.
Don't read.
Don't
do
pay
it.
attention.
This is no disrespect to the previous regime, but no, I wouldn't want that because that would have been my season. So coming out of a season where I'm the head football coach, I certainly don't want people talking about, they were so bad last year. We have no expectations for them this year. And so, last year it was what it was. We're not shying away from the fact that we want to be a really good program. We're not shying away from the fact that we take football really seriously at Duke now. And so, with that are going to come some of these expectations, and we need it. We need people talking positively about Duke football for us to go out and recruit at a higher level and get our alumni engaged and get fan support to grow. Like, we need all of this to get the program where we want to go. So maybe to some degree, it's just a necessary evil.
Speaking of chips on shoulder, does Riley Leonard have one going into this season? Because we talk about quarterbacks in this league. Across the way, Drake May's getting a lot of run, understandably. Jordan Travis is getting a lot of run at Florida State. But Riley put up some big numbers last year. I know you're still upset about that Duke Carolina game. I'm still mad about how that game ended for you all because I watched that game and I saw how good Riley was and I see how he was good all year, but it's not necessarily kind of discussed in that quarterback class. I mean, you got some people say, hey, don't sleep on him, but does he pay attention to that? Is there a chip on his shoulder to back up what he did last year?
No, listen, it comes down to, and it's really this simple. Like, we put in a ton of work for 352 days for 12 to 13 games, right? And so I think probably the most overblown cliche in coaching is you're disrespecting my guys and we're going to go get respect.
Thank you.
And like at the end of the day, Riley's talented.
Yeah.
And Riley's not going on the field to try to prove to people he's better than Drake May. He's going on the field to try to win football games for Duke. And that's not going to change regardless of where you rank him in the preseason quarterback rankings. And so, I don't know. I don't know that we had a chip on our shoulder last year. I think we invested a lot. We worked really hard. We became a better team, and we went out and executed well enough to win some football games, and that got us 9 wins. I don't know that we got 9 wins because we had a chip on our shoulder, and that's how it happened.
I appreciate the candidness when it comes to the cliches today.
Yeah.
You're just breaking down the cliches. I love this.
I think you need to open up a pack of these 87 cards because we might be getting the signal. So
Yeah, we're getting the signal that you got to wrap things up. Now,
so
I'm
going to go. Can I go into the bottom?
Go in.
Yeah,
Go in.
absolutely. Go.
Did you guys take out all the bubble gum?
No, the gum is
So
still
the
in there.
gum is still in there.
I tried the bubble gum
Okay.
yesterday. I
Let's
do not
see.
recommend
It was not a good idea.
Let's see if I remember any of these guys.
Remember some
the
dudes.
gum cannot be good anymore. There's no chance.
Don't
Let's
try
see.
it. It'll cut the inside of your mouth.
Let's see. Oh, a little Willie Wilson, center fielder for the Royals.
Here we go.
Chuck Finley, left-handed
Nice.
pitcher for the Angels.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hey,
I don't think I did great.
You're striking out.
Oh, little oil can Boyd from the Boston
I think
Red
he's got the
Sox.
same
On the
jacket I
name.
have on.
I think
right
so.
now.
I think so. It looks like your jacket. Joe Necro.
Oh,
and the
I was going to
knuckleball,
say you need
right?
a Yankee
Gotta
here,
get a
man.
Yankee.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So
got
I
that
see
in
you guys got Dave Rigetti on the
Yeah,
on the
you might
top
need to
pack
bust
here.
another pack here. Let's try
I'm
one
good.
more.
What-
I'm good. I like
Dave,
it.
Sure?
Dave, you got a Dave Rigetti story for us? or
Yeah,
something?
so first Yankee game I ever was at is Dave Rigetti's no-hitter. July 4th, 1983.
Awesome.
And so, that's my first stop at Yankee Stadium.
Well, if we open up some more and we find a Rigetti card, I'll track you
We'll
down.
save it
I
for you.
appreciate it.
And
Appreciate you guys.
or look, I told you last time we chatted, we talked about baseball stars for the Nintendo.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten about that.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna work something out.
We'll figure that out.
Do you have a working Nintendo still? Or
I
no?
do not have a working.
See, I do.
At
I
this
do.
point in my life, I'm way not able to do the Nintendo stuff
I've
anymore.
got a working Nintendo. I got an old Trinitron TV. Everything works. I'm gonna bring it.
Bring it over.
All right,
Bring it
we'll do
over.
this.
Love to see you guys.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
you having me on.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.